Here is something that can be useful to you for the rest of your life that you can learn in less than 10 minutes. Hell, you can even learn it in less than 1 minute. Do you want to know what it is? It's genuinely saying sorry. Genuinely saying sorry to the people you might have hurt in the past. Genuinely saying sorry when you made a mistake you know you should have corrected. Genuinely saying sorry to yourself whenever you have been treating yourself with disrespect or unkindness or a judgmental attitude. Okay? Saying sorry, learning to say sorry genuinely is going to change your life. It's literally going to help you move on from past hurt so much faster with so much more healing, and it's a profound experience. Now, I know that many of us, we learn that saying sorry is the wrong thing to do. Okay, we learn that it might be weak, that people will take advantage of us when we say sorry. And many of us, we say sorry too often sometimes as well, right? Especially as people pleasers, oh, I'm sorry for doing this, I'm sorry for that, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that. You don't need to excuse yourself every single mistake you make, okay? You can draw clear boundaries and actually allow yourself to make mistakes without having to apologize all the time, okay? You don't need to apologize for your existence. However, if you made a terrible mistake and you know you hurt some people or you know you hurt yourself, saying sorry and humbling yourself, okay? Setting aside your ego, it's not weak. Okay, it's really not weak to say sorry to someone you might have hurt. It's really not weak to apologize for being harsh to someone when you might have not intended to do so, all right? Maybe you feel a little bit off and you said a few nasty things to someone you really care about. Maybe it's time for you to apologize for that. Like, hey, sorry about that yesterday, but I was really not feeling too well and I didn't really pay too much attention to my behavior, and I want to genuinely apologize for saying that to you, okay? Or maybe you think of someone you might have really hurt in the past. Okay, maybe it's time for you to schedule a meeting or send a letter or just say sorry, at least in your mind, to these people. Because forgiveness, okay, forgiveness is really what is going to help set us free from the past. I am someone who probably just like you can ruminate over the past. I can feel guilty about the mistakes I've made when I was younger. I can feel guilty about people I've hurt in the past, or maybe even the way I treated some of my close family members, right? I can feel very guilty about that sometimes. But the thing that really helps with processing this guilt, healing from this guilt, is saying sorry. And sometimes this person might not be in your direct environment, okay? But then saying sorry inside yourself, really imagining and envisioning and apologizing vividly, genuinely, can absolutely help lift some of that weight from your shoulders. So maybe you could think about a situation in your life that you haven't fully apologized for, that you haven't fully taken responsibility for, because maybe it is holding you back from letting it go and from moving on, from tapping into compassion, from tapping into forgiveness. And life can really humble us. And I believe it's very important to maintain a humble attitude. And saying sorry, apologizing, is a form of humility. We set aside our ego. We don't pretend to be all strong and all knowing. No, we can set aside our ego and admit a mistake we've made. Okay? And by admitting the mistake, we also allow ourselves to make the mistake. By maintaining a strong ego, by being unwilling to say sorry for something, we actually judge ourselves and we are not allowing ourselves to make mistakes. By saying sorry, it means that we allow ourselves to make mistakes. Okay? And whether the other person accepts the apology or not, in that very moment, it is not the most important thing. Because maybe the other person is not ready yet to forgive. That's okay, all right? It's okay. Sometimes it needs time. Sometimes you will need to apologize multiple times. That is okay. It's again a form of humility, a form of being humble, okay? Being humble that the other person might need some time to forgive, because they also need time to forgive themselves when you might have hurt them in the past, okay? They might have lost trust and they judge themselves for that. And forgiving yourself for trusting someone who eventually ended up hurting you can be difficult, because we feel pain when we get betrayed, for example, and then we judge ourselves for trusting that person. Oh, I should have known. I shouldn't have done that. And we judge ourselves, and we lose faith. We lose trust. So it's also a matter of forgiving ourselves. And so when we apologize to the other person, it might also take them some time to accept the apology, because they haven't yet fully accepted their own mistakes, their own judgments. They haven't fully let go of that. Okay? So be patient. Be patient, but try to really commit to saying sorry and correcting your mistakes whenever you make some. And sometimes you need some time. Sometimes you need a little bit of time to think about and to set aside your ego. Because at first you feel like, I was right in doing this. I was right in saying this. I was right in behaving like this. Okay? But maybe you weren't so right. What if you weren't so right? Be honest. Be really honest. And see things from the other person's perspective, okay? Really put yourself in their shoes. Or simply just viewing the situation from an outside objective perspective can already humble you, okay? Set aside your ego. Learn to say sorry. Think about a situation that you haven't apologized for, that you know you should. And I know it's very uncomfortable. It's very scary sometimes, because it puts you in a vulnerable position. It puts us in a vulnerable position when we go and apologize. But that is the price you pay. Okay, that is the price you pay. That is the humility aspect of it. You need to be humble. You need to humble yourself to put yourself in a position where you can genuinely apologize. And make it genuine. Because if it's not genuine, you're better off not doing it. Okay? Never apologize when you're not genuine about it. Because that is just a form of disrespect. It's truly disrespectful to apologize when you don't mean it. Then it's better to just not say it. Then you should wait. Then you should wait until the time has come that you feel ready to truly, genuinely apologize. So if there's one skill that is going to be useful for the rest of your life that you can learn in less than 10 minutes, it is learning to genuinely say sorry. So who do you need to say sorry to? And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.